Hi guys, my name is Athenna and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to share some of my tips and my advice about what I wish I knew before starting high school cheer, because actually it's not all that easy. I'm going to give some of my tips for trying out and then staying on and being on the high school cheer team from my experience. High school cheer can be really fun. It is really fun for me and I'll definitely do it again next season. But there's just some things that I feel like everybody should know before they're getting into high school cheer, because it's really a lot. Like, it's a lot on your body, it's a lot of time, and it's like a huge commitment, especially if you want to be on the varsity team. Cheer can be really fun. Like, you can go to some special events and you can make a lot of friends, and just having the whole cheer experience. All my tips and advice that I'm giving to you guys right now is coming from my basketball season, my freshman year. This is actually the first year I'm doing like high school cheer, so maybe these tips will not work for like sophomore year or like football season, but I'm just giving my advice from my personal experience in basketball season as a freshman, and hopefully these tips can help you when you want to join the cheer team. My first tip is to have a good attitude with anything in cheer. Any and everything, always have a good attitude about it. So if your coach sees that your group is kind of struggling and she moves you into another group, that's nothing to be upset about. That's nothing to feel ashamed or embarrassed about. You guys just couldn't work together, and that is totally okay, because maybe your second group will work better. And that's coming from my experience, because me personally, I was struggling to be a base in my group before, but then I was switched to be a back spot, which I was kind of disappointed at, because back spots, they're kind of looked down upon. But I actually enjoy being a back spot so much, and I really would not have traded it. And even though I was changed to be a back spot, I still had a good attitude about it. And that shows your coach your dedication to your team, and that puts a very good look on you from your coach. Just always feel positive, even if you're hurt. Like, there's always a better side to look at it, because maybe you don't know that the change that the coach is making could actually be beneficial to you. The biggest one that I'm probably going to talk about in here is do not talk bad about your teammates. Do not talk bad about your coach. Do not talk bad about anyone or anything that happens, like in whatever happens in cheer. That is so bad. That will ruin your group. That will ruin cheer for you. Like, you do not want to be the girl in a stunt that nobody wants to be in a stunt group with. You do not want to be that girl where nobody wants to like be in a group with you and then not work well with you, because you're that girl that talks about everybody. And you want to have a good environment. You want to be in a good, fun, healthy environment, because people already look down on high school cheerleaders, and you do not want to fall into that stereotype. Cheer is supposed to be fun, it's supposed to have good energy, and you do not want to be the girl who has the negative, terrible energy, who talks bad about everybody, who hates cheer, who talks bad about the coaches, about the stunts, about everything. That's always negative, because you will not get anywhere. And I promise the coaches will see that and they will not bring you back if you have that bad attitude. Negative energy will bring everybody down. Negative energy will bring your group down, the whole team down, everything down. So just be kind and keep any negative words that you have to yourself. Another thing that kind of aligns with that one is that there's a lot of drama in cheer. There is so much drama surrounding cheer, and probably surrounding cheer in your school. And honestly, there's not really a way to avoid that. You just have to not be a part of it. Try and stay out of the loop, because you do not want to be involved in that. The coaches are not gonna like that. If you're messed up in a lot of drama, the coaches are not gonna like that at all. So try and stay out of the loop. You can't be the cheerleader that's in all these messy drama. It's gonna put a bad look on your team and a bad look on you, that you're a cheerleader and you're talking about this person and that person and in this drama and that drama. That you, no, it does not look good. That is not what you want being a cheerleader, because as a cheerleader, everybody's just gonna start looking at you now because they can bring you down to something. Like, you are a cheerleader, so they can pinpoint you like really easy. Your grades and attendance is a big thing in cheer. Being in cheer is a sport, is a school sport, so you're gonna be a student athlete. You have to maintain your grades or else you're gonna be kicked off the team. Like, you don't want to be benched and you don't want to be kicked off the cheer team. You want to be included in all the events and every single thing that they have to offer in cheer, and you don't want to put yourself behind just because you failed one class or you missed like 10 days of school. So make sure that you get to school on time every day, go to school and get good grades so that you can stay on the team and you can do everything that the cheer team has to offer. And in general, just go to school and get good grades every day because it's very beneficial for you. Your social media presence is it's a huge thing for this high school cheer, because especially when you wear your uniform, you are representing your school. So you cannot be on Instagram or on TikTok talking bad about the school, bad about anybody wearing your uniform. You cannot be cursing, drinking, smoking, none of that. You can't do that in your uniform because that puts a bad look on the school, bad look on you, and bad look on the cheerleaders and cheer in your school. And you do not want that. Just don't do it, guys. Anytime you're going on social media, I would try and stay away from posting in your uniform or doing anything in your uniform on social media unless you have like a cheer Instagram page where you guys are allowed to take pictures in your uniforms and put them on there. But if it's your personal account, try and not put your school cheer uniform on there. As a cheerleader, wearing your cheer uniform and doing bad things on social media is just a terrible look, and you don't want that at all, especially if you want to cheer again in your future. For high school cheer, you actually have to be really dedicated. You have to go to all the practices. You have to like stretch at home. You have to work out, especially if you have a big part in your stunt group. I highly recommend practicing at home or practicing the dances. Memorizing is key, because for all the dances, all the cheers, everything, you have to memorize it, and you really can't mess up, because if you mess up, everybody's gonna see that, everybody's gonna know, and you do not want to mess up. Obviously, sometimes people's gonna mess up. It's just what happens. But you do not want to be constantly messing up, constantly forgetting, because it's going to look so bad on you if you're always messing up. They're not going to put you in anything. So you really have to be dedicated and put in the work, because the work that you put in will show. Even if you don't see that it shows so much. So just try. And I'm not saying that you have to dedicate your whole life to cheer at that moment, but take little times out of your day to do something, or take a little times out of your week to do something to improve your work at cheer. My last tip is, everybody wants to be a cheerleader. Trust me, there is probably tons of girls in your school that wants to be a cheerleader just like you, and you don't even know it. So you have to stand out, because you don't want somebody taking your place in a stunt group and then doing a better job than you. That's just a terrible feeling to feel. So you always want to be on top of your game. I'm not saying be the best person on your team, but really try and be the best person that you can be on your cheer team, because you have to stand out. You have to show your individuality in cheer, because you'll just get blended up into the group of people who want to be cheerleaders, or the blended group of people who are cheerleaders but they're kind of in the background and they don't stand out or anything. So those are my tips on being a cheerleader, my experience, and what I wish I knew before starting cheer. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned a lot, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!